push it out a little bit more. Speak.
My name is Lars.
And my name is Jaron. And we are your hosts of Typically Divergent Podcast. You guys, hi, we're back. We're back. Oh, damn it. I meant to get that on camera.
Oh, no. We're getting distracted already.
Welcome to the podcast, everybody. If you are following us on TikTok already, then you are going to see this post, and it's Wednesday? So
Wednesday.
if
Hump Day.
If you are seeing this video, then if you are watching this video, then you have early access to know that we are coming back, you guys. So this episode is going to be released on Monday,
Yes.
right? Yes, this coming Monday. And we're going to call it what's our new era?
Ooh.
This the queer self-healing era. Did I say queen? I meant queer. Hurry, there's not many seconds
left. It could be queer era.
The queer era.
The healing queer.
And we will see you guys on Monday. Bye.
Bye.
Wow, that is so great. We just made our first TikTok.
The queer healing. The 24th, the Monday 24th.
Monday the 24th.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, hey, everybody. Happy Monday. Sound the alarms. Happy Monday. If you're not listening to us on Monday, then if you hit that follow button, you'll know that we record on Mondays or we release on Mondays, and you can be notified about it.
So we're in the future.
Well, technically, the future and the past don't ever exist. It's always the present.
Right.
It's like, I don't know about that one.
That's true because time is not... It's not real.
It's not real. And like quantum physics would prove that all of that stuff. I don't have the brain capacity to understand or explain or learn. Well, I have the capacity to learn. I don't. Oopsies. That is not what I meant to do. Oh, well. I definitely don't have the capacity to understand quantum physics.
I think that it's a bunch of things that are made up. Not made up. I shouldn't say that because science is real and quantum physics is a real theory.
Right.
But I think there are two different theories that scientists, especially those that work with like physics and like
The CERN people.
the theory of relativity.
Yeah.
A lot of those things were created not from fact, but from just observations.
Right.
So they never were able to actually prove that there's some theories that actually exist. So I think for me, it would have to be like drawn out and like a mind web.
Explain it to you like you're 5.
Yeah, like it would have to be like, hey, like this is where we're starting, and give me like a whole backstory.
Right.
I would need to know a whole backstory
Because you come from childhood trauma, so you need all of the understanding.
all of the information.
All of the information.
I find that stuff fascinating, though.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's wonderful. I'm so glad there are people that can do that because we need people like that. But we also need, better politicians.
Yes.
And
Yes.
Anyway, I need you to finish telling me what you were telling me because I had this idea that I wanted to pitch to you. I don't know if it's ever going to happen.
What was I starting to say?
Well, you were talking.
Remember.
You were talking about. Welcome to the show, you guys.
Not neurotypical, neurodivergent.
There you go. Typical divergent. So, you were talking about explaining it to you like you're 5. You need the backstory. Start from here.
That's really all that I had. I would have to.
The story was over.
The story was over. I would just have to know a lot of information.
Yeah.
And I'm a processor, so that I would have to process the information.
Right.
I would need like a 15-minute break between like every section of it.
Do you want a 20-minute recess outside?
Yeah.
On a swing?
I would, yeah.
I want a swing set so bad. I also want a 6-foot privacy fence more than I want the swing set.
I want you to have a 6-foot privacy fence.
I do. Same.
Yeah, that needs to happen.
I want to have some fun. And like
You want to
some
cook in the
lights.
kitchen and watch them build
Yeah.
the 6-foot fence.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
fine.
So
I
this
get
is this is a message for hey Mama Terry. I want you to tell Dad that at some point I'm gonna ask him and Nicholas's dad. Hi Dan, that's Nicholas's dad. So
Hi, Dan.
if we ever say something that's like off the wall and I go sorry Dan, that's for him.
Okay.
And then Nicholas's brother Connor. We're gonna ask all three of you to come help us put a fence in, and we could get it done in a weekend. And I'll be in the kitchen cooking
With an apron.
with an apron. Oh my god. Okay, so what I wanted to tell you was Nicholas was talking about somebody that they hired at work who grows mustard seed or all the ingredients to make pickles.
Oh, so like all of the pickling spices. All right.
Everything. And he was like, isn't that amazing? Like you can just have a garden to make your favorite condiment. And I was like, what if we have enough friends where everybody just focuses on like growing 2 fruits and 2 vegetables instead of having an entire garden? So that way we can all just collectively grow large amounts and then share with each other in a rotation instead of worrying about one large garden with 100 things in it.
It's a bartering system.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Go back to the old days.
Yes.
The olden days.
The olden days. Lars is a historian, you guys. Okay, honestly.
I wish. I don't have the paper.
No, well, no, I'm talking like you're a period person.
I am.
Yeah.
A living historian.
Okay, there we go. Thank
Yeah.
you. Okay, so everybody, you guys don't even know who this man is. Okay, so this is my brother. I do not have. I apologize. I just heard a twinkle of something. Do you have your phone on airplane mode?
Oh my gosh. Oh.
The first sin.
Yep. Well, I guess I'll see myself out.
There's the door, bitch.
See you later.
So my parents never gave me a brother, so I went and found one. And Lars and I met, going on 6 years.
What was the Panic concert?
Well,
It was before that, but
you came into my life. Lars came into the salon as a client for the first time, right towards the end. Are you okay with me saying that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Right.
No, I was taking a drink and I didn't want it to sound gross.
Oh, it's okay. I appreciate that.
So sorry.
It's okay. Lars came into the
Second sin.
salon to get a haircut, and this was towards the end of mine and Nicholas's relationship, and I, full transparency, was not in the mood to like be nice to a stranger, and I know for a fact I was not on my best behavior, but I was just like, I gotta cut this person's hair and like just hope it is what it is. And then he came back after Nicholas and I broke up. And then we had a really nice conversation about your house that you and Jen had just recently purchased.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was the summer of my active addiction where things got really bad. And Lars and I ended up going to the Panic at the Disco concert unintentionally separate. And then I was like, well, why don't we just meet up and have dinner?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, the friendship
is
budded.
history.
Yeah, the seed was planted.
Mm-hmm. It was. It was.
The seed was planted.
I find that fascinating that you remember all of that.
Well, they were big moments in my
Yeah.
life.
For me, it was
Just another day
I mean,
for you.
right. But I think that at the Panic concert, that was where I knew, like, okay, I really like Jaron. I think that we could probably be pretty good friends.
Yeah.
But our meeting well, not really. We never directly meted, but
Meted.
met. I've been having a real hard time today, haven't I, with
okay.
speaking English. You and I, our paths crossed a lot earlier than we knew
Oh, yeah.
because we went to the same high school.
Yeah, which was so weird.
I was at your place, your old place. See, there it goes again.
Oh, the place on Brackenridge.
Mm-hmm.
My first downtown house of 6 years.
Yep. We were there and we were playing, I think, Monopoly, and high school just came up, and you said you went to Carroll, and I was like, what? I was like, how could could that like not like how come I don't remember that?
Mm-hmm.
And you were like, I have a yearbook, like I can show you where
Yeah.
my picture. And I was like, okay. And when you showed me, and I got teary eyed because I thought that you were so weird.
I was so weird.
And I just remember being, young and not very nice, and like didn't even have like any, like I shouldn't even been making fun of anybody because I was a interesting one.
Well, it's
It,
you.
I mean, it was what it was, and it
Yeah.
was a long time ago, and I was really young, and you say things that you don't mean and whatnot. But I was just like, oh my God, that was you. I can't believe it. And we had people like in our circles that were
Uh-huh.
friends too. So
Yeah.
like, I think that made it even more strange to me that we didn't like ever have a conversation.
And Lars showed me photos of him in high school, and I don't remember your face.
Mhm.
But you're like, I remember you were like, I remember you either like I was running through the halls or I was doing something and you saw me do it, and you said that you like made a passing comment on like what I had on my
Yeah.
action, not directly towards me because you weren't close to me and it wasn't like being thrown across the hallway
Yeah.
like the word faggot when, whatever,
Yeah.
in high school, right?
I don't think I ever used that word.
I
I think it was because I was so closeted
yeah.
that I was so afraid to say anything that was related to
Yeah.
homosexuality or LGBTQ plus.
QIA, the lettuce, guacamole, bacon, tomato, whatever that the ones on TikTok.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just a big old circle.
And you were like, he kept saying, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry. And I was like, bro, like I wouldn't have known unless you had told me.
Yeah.
I'm glad you did, but I mean, it doesn't affect me in any way. And like, if you need forgiveness, like, of course you've had it.
I probably should ask for forgiveness.
I am Jesus Christ. What? Let my hair grow down, and I'll start getting called Jesus Christ again.
It looks very nice, by the way.
Thank you.
I like it because it's curly.
I know. Well, now that I am older, one thing I did not do in high school is enjoy my curly hair. I'm in my lesbian era right now because it looks like, and from here until the next like 12 months, it's gonna look just like a really bad haircut that I somehow have always associated with like lesbians. And like, hey, lesbians, you ladies know that I don't hate y'all, okay? I'm not shitting on anybody. We're all part of a community here, okay? If you want to see it, then follow me on TikTok. Follow us on TikTok, and you can see what my hair is going to look like. And you can probably assume that you know what I'm talking about. That is not the sentence I wanted to say. You will understand.
I understand, but I just understand where your brain goes.
Oh, right. I feel like I got to defend myself all the damn time.
Don't stop it. Stop.
I can't.
Anyway, to wrap up the story of how we met. So obviously we weren't able to, like, there was a disconnect from us, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
But then I got reunited, let's say, with Jaron when I got my hair cut through my friend Tyler, who got his hair cut from Jaron and recommended that I go see Jaron for my hair. And
Yep.
then there it is.
Yep. And
Big old bow with package on it.
There we go. A package on a bow. You mean a package with a bow on it?
But that's our story.
Yeah, that's our story, and we're gonna stick to it.
Yeah.
I'm stuck on you like glue. You know that, right?
Mm-hmm.
I fucking love you so much.
I love you.
And it has not taken me long to like do that either. And I don't remember when it was that I started like calling you my brother, but like I made a point to like talk to Jen about it and you to be like, is this okay? Like, typical me to like obsess over something new and exciting and then to want to claim it in a sense that like I can have it for a really long time because I
Yeah.
feel like I've always needed that, need things like that in my
Mhm.
life. But then I get bored at some point, and I never got bored with you.
Yeah.
Lars and Jenny would come over to my house, and it would be, we're just gonna do like an hour and a half dinner, and this is like before COVID times, and they'd be over at my house for like 4 or 5 hours, and they'd be like, "Well, we gotta go let the dogs out," and I'm like, like that new TikTok sound where they're like, "So what do you say we keep this night going or whatever?" Like that's me whenever Lars and I get together, which I didn't realize this until now, but like I don't think that'll be necessarily an issue for the podcast, but it's going to be hard for me to be like, okay, we got to ramp this up because the shit that we say is so ridiculous. And when I wanted to start doing the podcast, I wanted to have Lars on it with me. I was just like, there was like, what like special niche could we like have? And so, I was like, I don't think people are going to listen to like two men on a podcast, but we're queer people. So like, we're going to be the queer guys on a podcast, and we're not the only ones, but I mean like,
Yeah.
hi, please accept
What's
us.
up?
Can we sit at your table? Can we sit
We
at
wear
your
pink
table?
on Wednesday.
Dude,
You have pink on.
I have pink on.
I do not.
That's okay.
I'm in my traditional black
Era.
era. There it is. It's not queer era.
Taylor
it's
Swift.
black era.
Ugh. Let's try to stay on track. What? How is your mental health today, Mr. Lars?
I'm at an 8.
Okay.
Solid 8 today.
So we're all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At a solid 8.
Okay.
Because I am feeling very fulfilled right now
Okay.
with doing this with you. And my day at work was pretty good. And I have my coffee right next to me. And I just feel content in my life right now.
Okay.
And for me, content is happy.
Oh yeah.
A lot of people are like, you shouldn't be content. You should be happy. Their happiness doesn't exist.
No, happy. So actually,
So sorry about my views. I'm just throwing them onto the audience like right away.
well, I mean, let them know.
Happiness is just, it is a fleeting moment in time.
Yeah.
It is not a state of being.
Correct. And,
That's what I believe.
and I think I saw a video a while back where this woman was like, someone asked me what the worst feeling is, and I think she said that joy was the worst feeling to have because it's hard to define what truly, and a lot of this is being blown out of my asshole, but like that fart I couldn't get out earlier. Like once you feel that you've had it, then you constantly compare every other emotion to that.
Yeah.
As if like, if I'm not feeling that, then something is wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And also like everything that must come up must come down. Everything that goes up must come down, unless you're helium. But I mean, science, quantum physics.
There it is again.
So, but I mean, yeah, like it's not meant to last. But you're right. I love the feeling of content.
Mm-hmm.
Do you ever get like so content in your life that, or maybe you're just not doing something in a moment and then you feel like I'm gonna get in trouble because I'm not doing something, like not being productive in a way. I'm not being like actively busy in this moment. Yeah.
I have felt that before, and it is something that is slowly not something that bothers me anymore.
Oh, okay.
I think it's because I was at a momentum, like there was a point in my life recently, a couple of years ago, which you were with me, where I was just constantly going, constant. And it wasn't anything that was getting me anywhere.
Yeah.
It was just basically just treading the waters. Like I wasn't moving towards anything. And I think that when I finally slowed down and that point of my life was over, I can't talk about that a lot because it's around something that we can't really talk about, you know.
That's okay.
You'll have to cut that out. But when I was done with that point in my life, like I finally stopped moving, and I was like just enjoying like life.
Yeah.
That's when I was like, okay, like it's okay for me to not do the dishes right now,
Mm-hmm.
or it's okay for me to not pick up the room.
Mm-hmm.
Like then like mental health, like that part of me that I knew needed healing
Mm-hmm.
was being prioritized.
Yeah.
And when that started happening, then I started to think, okay, like you don't have to be moving all the time. Like
Yeah.
and having other people tell me that. Like
Mm-hmm.
you don't have to be doing anything. You can just
Exist.
lay in your bed for however long you want.
Oh, you know
You know what I
what?
mean? Like you
Oh,
don't
I
have to do
do.
anything.
I do, because sometimes I forget. So when I moved in here, Nicholas wanted a TV in the bedroom. I did not want a TV in the bedroom. We compromised and have a TV in the bedroom.
We were like that too, Jen and I.
Yeah.
We gave up because it became a sanctuary.
The bedroom.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And now, like, sometimes I'll come home and, like, after a rough day, I will want to escape into TV for a little bit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, the couch is just not comfortable enough. But then I'll be like, I can go lay in bed and watch TV.
Mm-hmm.
But something still doesn't feel right about it.
What doesn't feel right?
That inner child is like, I shouldn't be laying in bed watching TV. I should be downstairs watching TV in the living room where you're supposed to watch TV.
Yeah.
Computer, turn on the studio.
Have you ever seen iRobot? That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. So, you know how when people have kids and they date, good parenting says we come as a package. Not every person out there has done that. I'm not speaking on any experience, but I am just saying that I know that that has happened for some people.
Mm-hmm.
So, when I was moving in here to Nicholas's house and be making it our house, I said, I do not want Alexas. I don't want Googles. I don't want computers. But they were already here. And I said, you know what? If you were moving into my house, they wouldn't be here. Because I would say, you don't bring them. I don't want them in my house. But I am coming into your home and they come with a package deal with you. So
Right.
I have gotten as comfortable as I currently am with them. I'm not friends with them by any means, but they're there.
You do have a smartphone.
I do.
So-
You're right. What's the difference, right?
We've talked about how they listen.
Well, so that's cognitive dissonance, right? Because we know these things, but yet we continue to utilize them.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, you guys. Hey, so all right, we're at 45 minutes. There's going to be some stuff that's going to get cut out, but I also want to make sure that we did at least try to get to the through everything that we're going to do. God, this is going to be so much fun. As Lars's first episode, I wanted to
Wait. How was your mental health today?
Oh, well, you know, I have, I'm gonna say a 7.
Okay.
There is a full moon tonight,
Okay.
and they're like, all this special stuff is supposed to happen. And then Mercury's gonna be dropped into some Gatorade on Friday.
Great. Love
And
that.
so I am like psyching myself out a little bit because, of course, Lars and I have talked about this, the stuff I see on TikTok. And I'm like, this message is for you. And I'm like, please stop. And those things get to me because I do believe that the universe does give you some messages. And even like how Erica and I have talked about this, and she's like, stop looking and just start listening in instead of assuming everything is something to tell you. But they're all like, something big is going to happen to you this week and you better be prepared and you better get your shit in order. And I'm like, what is it that needs to be put in order? Because like, I think I've got my stuff together.
Right.
You know, like, I told you that like I'm microdosing on cannabis now. And so it's like, I don't want to completely give that up, and I don't see me microdosing as being a problem because I'm not using all day, every day anymore. So like, don't tell me I need to like get rid of it all completely because like I'm trying to live in a gray area, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But then I also have that like trauma of like I need to like learn my life lessons so I don't have to reincarnate and come back and live in this world again because I don't fucking want to come back.
No.
If I come back and
No.
like go to an earlier time in the existence of this timeline, like that would be okay. But like I don't want to have to come back into the future because of things that are going on right now, you know?
Yeah.
So all of these like conflicting beliefs come in, and then I just like sit and overthink. And so I'm like, you know what? Like whatever comes and like it's gonna be okay because I always figure it out anyway, and it's not gonna be a life or death thing, and that's like a problem I have. It's always teetering tottering, like it's gonna be all good or all bad, like I'm doomed or I'm not doomed. And
as a Libra, you struggle with balance. Isn't that something? Isn't that something?
Yeah, well, I did do you know what body graphs are?
No.
It's like a new age astrology. Instead of looking at like signs and stars and stuff, I mean, they use that, but it's more for like, it's hard to explain. Bodygraph.com, guys, if you want to look into it. There is a lot of misinformation on it on TikTok. People are going back and forth on some arguments, but there is one person out there who can explain it better. I don't know what his name is. Anyway, it was like this person has a hard time knowing when enough is enough. And I'm like, yep, you're right.
That's you.
Yep. Can't stop, won't stop trying to make the booty drop. Can't stop, won't stop trying to make the booty drop. So you guys, my mental health is just fine.
The 7's okay. That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah.
I'm fucking excited that you're here. I was kind of panicking a little bit when we sat down because I was like getting butterflies in my tummy. And I was like, is that a good thing? Is that a bad thing? I was like, you're excited. Like, chill the fuck out.
Remember, happiness are moments.
Yup. So.
Please hold.
So I thought for Lars' first episode, we would do something a little fun and something that we have not done, something that has not been done on the podcast yet. And it's a TikTok trend. And neither of us have dead parents. So we're not going to do so the trend is like people saying like, these are things that would put our dead mom into a coma or our dead dad into a coma, like things that are current happening in their lives now or things that have happened since they've passed. And all right, everybody, Dozer wants you to know that he is here and he is on the floor.
I'm rubbing him with my feet.
I just realized that you are barefoot with jeans on, and that is
Excuse me.
It's like I'm thinking about the denim rubbing like those exposed parts of my ankles, and that makes me want to.
Oh, okay.
Because I know what that feels like. Not seeing you do that. I
just don't feel it.
What's that like? What's it like not having sensory issues? Not that specific sensory issue. Right. So we don't have dead parents. But I said, why don't we do things that would put our child self into a coma? Because surprise, surprise, Lars and I are both in therapy, and we not only are both in therapy, but we also have the same therapist.
Ding, ding, ding.
Ring a ding, ding. We also used to have the same family doctor until I lost my insurance. Until I gave up my insurance to not work at said coffee company anymore. So, I don't know if there's going to be any trigger warnings, but just like enjoy, I guess.
I will make sure that I don't think that there's anything on mine that would permit a trigger warning, but I will make sure that I do if there is.
Okay. We're going to go back and forth. It sounds like I have more than Lars does. So I'm going to go first. If that's okay.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Okay. Let's hit him with a funny one.
Okay. And before we start, I was thinking in my mind when I was making this list that this person, like this me
Yeah.
as a child, I was actually thinking of like an age range.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I feel like there was more like things that would be more impactful that are happening now as a younger version, like
Oh,
child,
okay.
than they would be like maybe like a preteen or something.
Okay. So the child that I was thinking of is the child that I left behind at the house on Thimler Road
Okay.
um, when we moved out of that house. So 11, 12 years old.
That's about the same that I was thinking
Okay.
too. Yeah.
Although there is one thing in here that I would say one of these things is something that I would tell an 8-year-old.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
The quote home phone will become almost obsolete and will merge with the computer at home and will be in your pocket at all times, and you will actually be carrying a calculator in your pocket.
You never have a calculator with you when you're older.
Girl, please.
But I did, Mrs. whatever your name was in the 4th grade. No, 3rd grade.
Oh,
Miss Steffi.
you can read a few more since you have a longer list than me.
You'll be playing Pokemon when you're 30, so please don't throw any of that stuff away.
Yes.
Yes. Your turn.
Lance Bass is gay.
Okay. Hey, 10-year-old Jaren, Nick Lachey never comes out of the closet. That was my gay awakening, was Nick Lachey.
I think if he would have came out sooner, I think that I would have understood myself a lot more.
Really?
Because I was a huge NSYNC fan.
Okay.
Maybe not understood myself some more, but like seeing somebody who I really looked up to, like I think that may have changed my perception a little bit.
Okay. When did he come out?
Oh God.
We were in high school.
We were in high school.
Okay. See, the time that I liked boy bands was at a time when like we were not allowed to listen to that kind of music, so it was pretty like hush hush.
Oh. Okay.
And it was like it was not talked about a lot.
Yeah.
So by then I still liked their music. I still listened to their music, but I wasn't a stan for them.
Yeah.
you
I
know,
was a huge fan
as
for
the
NSYNC.
kids would say.
Huge.
Oh, this one. Okay, so you will become comfortable with justifying and stealing from large companies.
Oh. That one makes me like cringy. But you know what? There are I understand that.
Yeah.
I understand that.
Yeah.
I get it.
And I'm not talking about any company I've worked for. I am talking about like
Elon Musk.
Oh, yes, but the things that I can access.
Amazon.
Yes, but the things I can access. So like taking organic but paying for non-organic.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like today. So like we don't Lars has a reverse osmosis filter in his house that runs through his sink. I don't have that. I get jugged water. Well, I refill my jugs. And sometimes at Meijer, if you go at the right time, you can steal things.
Just do it.
Yeah, because they're not too focused on watching every single transaction. And so like I scan one thing and walk out with 10 gallons of water. I mean, it's fucking water. It should be free. I shouldn't have to pay for safe water to begin with.
Right.
But
Preach.
we do have safer water than some countries, so
True. True.
they need water.
True. The Land Before Time is not a documentary.
Did you think it was?
I was so little. I just loved it so much.
Oh, it was a cute movie.
This was obviously not like a preteen Lars. This is like a little baby Lars.
Right, but
'Cause I loved this movie,
Right,
and it
but
was
you
so real
thought-
to me.
okay. That's
So it was just, it's kind of like it was a joke.
No, you know what? That's not a joke. Because I remember when I was able to recognize the difference between real and cartoon television.
Yeah.
I was watching Inspector Gadget. The movie
Really?
with Amanda Bynes.
Oh, so you saw like live action takeover.
And I was like,
Oh,
this is not like what's on TV.
yeah.
But that's Amanda Bynes from TV. Okay, so these are real people. And then I watched Inspector Gadget, the cartoon, and I was
Yeah.
like, okay, so this is what a cartoon looks
Yeah.
like. Oh, oh. Husky boys like you grow up to be thick men, and your body will be celebrated and fetishized, which does great for your sex life.
Ooh. Can you imagine little Jaren hearing that?
That would be so weird.
Do you think it would help you with your mental health as far as like how you looked at yourself physically?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
If I had known at such a young age, well, I mean, even then, like my dad would always be like, "You're gonna grow up to be just like me, you know, like you're gonna be a tall man with big muscles because that's what I did." And I'm like, "Yeah, but like you had to work out to look like that."
Mm-hmm.
In which like now I'm working out, but I saw a TikTok today where the girl was like, "You can't make a German Shepherd into a Chihuahua." So
True.
some people are just not meant to be super tiny and skinny.
Yeah.
Just do what makes you feel good about yourself,
Mhm.
you know?
Mhm.
And I am not a fucking Chihuahua, although I have little dog attitude.
Yeah, you do.
It comes with
That's okay.
comes with a 5'5" territory. You will use music to communicate your feelings more than your words.
I like that one.
Mm-hmm.
You are not responsible for everyone.
That would put you in a coma.
Yeah. Because it's something I'm still working through.
Yeah.
It's better.
Yeah. Former people pleasers.
Yeah, that's exactly it. And that's a trauma response.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, like, it's going to take some time.
Mm-hmm. That's
But,
really tough.
yeah.
I talked to Erica about that a lot, and I'm like, I just feel like it's my responsibility, but Jaren, it's not. And I'm like, but I caused that emotion in them. Well, they're gonna have an emotion no matter what.
Mm-hmm. We talked last week about how I always want to, like, I avoid having some conversations with my dad because I'm afraid that it's going to upset him.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't do it. And then Erica asked me, like, well, what do you think is going to happen? I'm like, well, I just don't want his feelings to get hurt. And then I said, well, I don't know if it's because I'm being selfish, because I don't want myself to get upset, or if I really do care about my dad. And she was like, it can be both.
Yeah.
And I was like, you're right.
Two things can mean the same.
Yeah.
Two opposite things can exist and be truthful at the same time.
Yeah.
You will shit on your own race as a white person.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, God.
Yes. Your feelings are valid even if they are wrong.
Oh. Okay, well, that's so good.
Stop.
Hold on.
Give me a couple more of yours.
People have circle-shaped vacuums in their homes.
Robots.
Gender includes more than just boy and girl.
Why did I not put that on mine?
You definitely will have sex before you get married.
Yes.
You're going to move a lot.
You will have a mortgage.
I almost put down, you'll never buy a house, but you'll get engaged to somebody who does own a house.
A freaking 30-year mortgage. That would definitely put me in a coma because as a child, we lived just above the poverty line. So if you were to tell me when I was 9, 10, 11 that I was going to own my own home,
Yeah.
I would have told you you're lying.
Right.
Absolutely.
See, I assumed that I would always own a home.
See, that wasn't even something I thought about because I just didn't see it. Because we always rented or... Yeah, so...
That's a unique experience because I don't know many people. Okay, so my parents never rented a place that I existed and was present mentally for.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I think at one point they owned a trailer house or rented a trailer house, but
Mm-hmm.
I was a baby, right? So I wasn't even there. I was a potato.
It was an infant.
But I remember like meeting the first person I ever met who was like, oh, like we live at this apartment complex. And I'm like, why do you live in an apartment complex? Why don't you guys own a home? Oh, like my parents just don't own.
Yeah.
And I was like, isn't that like a college thing? Like, you know?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
you're right. I could see that. And
Yeah.
see, I assumed I would always end up owning a house because that was just what my parents did.
Yeah.
And then I ended up not ever wanting to own a house.
Mm-hmm.
So that's because I was always running away. Running away from problems.
With your sticking your bag over your shoulder.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, dang.
Oh, okay. You won't be going to church every Sunday.
Oh my God, that should have been on mine too. I blocked it all out. Do you want me to put this? Do you want me to go now?
Yeah.
This one's funny because we talked about this with one of your family members. You'll live downtown.
Oh, dude. I have on here. You move into the city that Dad tells you is a dangerous place to be.
Yeah, and that's exactly why my little baby self would be like, you can't live across the bridge. What are you talking about?
Oh my God. Like, I don't think you're talking about living across the bridge. I remember like passing North Side and thinking, I am like really downtown.
I'm in the thick of it, y'all.
Anything past the mall would never cross the mall.
Just to get some context for our listeners,
We live in Fort Wayne.
Jaron and I we grew up on the north side of Fort Wayne, and
You did.
I did.
I grew up in the country out east.
Yeah. So like, let me rephrase. The white people area,
Yeah.
Fort Wayne.
The epitome of middle class.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
So for us to even fathom moving to where we are now,
Yeah.
it is, and honestly, when I first moved to where I live now, I was a little scared because I didn't understand the people.
Yeah.
I didn't understand the diversity. I was never around diversity. Oh my God, I went to Carroll High School.
There were not
Like, it was all white kids, and therefore when we since I lived around, like, since that was my school demographic,
Yeah.
that's what all would live around us.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I fell in love with these people where I live now,
Mm-hmm.
fast and easy. 'Cause
Yeah.
they're just wonderful.
and they're different than the norm that we grew up
Yeah.
in. You do eventually get comfortable being naked in a gym locker room. Because I didn't want anybody to see my pee-pee. And now I'm like, just like my dad would always tell me, once you've seen one, you've seen them all. Dad, that's not completely true. But it doesn't bother me. I mean, it is funny the amount of times that, like, and I don't think that it's because I'm in there. It's just I'm in a moment and I'm experiencing this. But the amount of times that men, like, hide themselves in a locker room, and I'm like, what you got to be nervous about, buddy? We're all boys.
Yeah.
We all got the same parts, unless they don't have the same parts.
They don't. Yeah.
And they may want to be protecting themselves because, again, like, we do live in Indiana.
Yeah. Not that I don't have like a need to do that. Like, I don't want to. I don't care.
Well, no.
But like, just I'm thinking about other fellow trans men.
Yeah. You just came out on the podcast.
That's okay.
Okay.
It was bound to happen anyway. And which is weird because I'm kind of stealthy.
Okay. Ooh, sneak attack?
Sneaky. No,
Sneak attack
that's
from
fine. They
Lawrence
need to know that. It's a big part of my life. I mean, they don't need to, but I would like them to know.
Okay. Hey, guys. Lars puts the T in LGBT.
The T.
The T. The word family means something different when you get older.
I have something like that.
You do?
Mm-hmm. You don't have to like your parents or your family.
Ooh. That is a good one.
You don't. Period.
And that's on fleek.
Period.
you're gonna be an addict.
That hurts me to hear that.
Why?
Not that
It doesn't define me. It's just
it doesn't, right, but
it's
like,
just a part of my life.
right.
And like Erica says, we don't want to remove them parts.
It just sets the tone for the struggle.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you would, your little self would know, okay, I'm going to really struggle.
The only thing I was told about those people is that like, this is what you physically will look like, and you will, at some point be in prison, and you will die because of it. Like, it was just those three things. It was never like people have these problems because of this reason, and that's the struggle, is getting through that pain. Nobody had ever told me.
Yeah.
It was
so
just
it's like the unknown. It doesn't really,
Yeah.
like it doesn't unlock anything in your
right.
nervous system or anything.
Right.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, so like that person is like a problem to society. They're a problem for you. So that's what that's really
Okay.
So like if that were to be the struggle, like, well, hey, Jaren, you this isn't on the list, but you are not a problem.
Right.
So
Right. Preach.
Preach.
You are not a problem.
Welcome to church.
We need to do a segment on
Cults.
cults.
Yeah.
Yes, and I would be glad to give you some first-hand accounts. Please. Twitter.
Okay. Well,
The thought of everyone's thoughts being simultaneously just out in the just oblivion, it just I would think I would literally have a conniption.
well, hey, all of that is possible because of MySpace. Really, social media.
Yeah, but at
of
12
any kind?
12 years old,
Well,
I had a rotary phone.
I
Like, there's like Twitter. What are you talking about?
well, I know. I mean, Twitter is a beast of its own, right?
Oof.
I mean, my bio used to say this is the only place where I can comfortably say what's on my mind in 140 characters or less.
Yeah.
You know, you can't do that on Facebook, Instagram,
Yeah.
TikTok. All of that stuff is connected to your phone number. And I mean, Twitter was too, but at least I could try to be some sort of alias.
Right.
I fucking love Twitter. Britney Spears might be dead, and some girl named Taylor Swift will end up becoming your number one female solo artist.
Like Taylor who?
Taylor Hill, the teardrops on my guitar girl that you will cry to at 17 years old.
Queen Elizabeth will die.
Well, of course she will. She's old as fuck.
But I mean, like, you will be like, that will be something that you'll experience, like her death.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like,
Well, I think you just understood more of the logistics behind their monarchy more than I did. And I didn't understand how bad it was, because in our house, I mean, like, you know, I knew about Princess Diana because of Kim,
right.
you know, and like the Princess of Wales and like her death. I mean, we were alive when that happened.
Yeah. I remember watching the funeral.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, I mean, I don't know, you call somebody a queen or a princess, I mean, they must be important.
Right.
But the history behind all of that,
It's
and what is
incredible.
to come, and what's to come before it, never knew. So now I'm like,
incredible.
yeah. So,
Rest in peace, Diana.
oh, okay. Speaking of throwing things away, because this was a back comment on the don't throw your Pokemon stuff away.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to focus more on washing your trash and making sure it can be recycled. You're going to drink a lot of coffee, but it won't be hot.
No.
It will not be hot.
No. It's okay to say no. People pleaser.
Yeah.
Yep.
The milk you drink doesn't come from cows anymore.
Comes from the oat milk titties.
First it was coconut. Well, first it was soy, then coconut, then almond, now oat. The
oats.
superior.
You will have a baby brother 33 years younger than you.
That would dead ass put me in a coma.
True story, I do.
Oh,
I have a little
my
baby
God.
brother, literally 6 weeks old at this moment.
He has 2 little brothers.
Yes.
One is a little older,
yes.
but still.
One is
30
5 and one is literally 6 weeks old.
Yeah.
So 33 years younger than I am.
That's a good one. That's the title of the episode.
Hell yeah.
Moving into the city doesn't prevent you from still getting poison ivy every summer. and you will have art of naked men in that house.
Hell yeah. You can buy testosterone.
Mm.
I used to go to bed praying to God that I would wake up as a boy. And I would want to try pee standing up.
And now you can.
Kinda. I have to have a contraption.
Yeah, but you...
I could really like lean.
Yeah.
It's too much work. It just goes to my leg. I don't mind peeing out of my...
You don't mind sitting? I sit
I don't
when
mind
pee.
sitting.
I sit when I pee.
It's nice. Take a load off.
Take a load off them dogs.
Yep.
Them dogs talking about our feet. Your new life will begin on 9/11 and will start a new branch of mental illnesses to come, and they will dig deep into your soul.
Ooh, dang. I'm gonna need like a drink after this.
I know. But remember, kids, drinking's not cool.
No.
Y'all want to smoke pot these days, and I think that's so fucking awesome. The new generation.
Yep. That's true. Fios internet. Shit's
Wireless.
fast.
Wireless internet.
It's fast.
Fast as fuck, boy.
When you come from the generation of dial-up, not even broadband. It was dial-up, broadband, then Fios.
Do you remember when AOL 2.0 came out and everybody lost their shit? And then 3.0 and then like 3.2.
Mm-hmm.
We used to upgrade the internet via compact discs
Mm-hmm.
that you could pick up at the store
Mm-hmm.
for like $5.
Mm-hmm.
And that would upgrade your internet from inside the computer.
And it was considered a luxury.
Yeah.
I mean, it still technically is today because not everybody has it.
In-home internet.
In-home internet.
Correct.
Yeah, but Wi-Fi,
Yeah.
you had to still pay for it.
No.
Yep.
Instead of becoming a chef, you end up being engaged to one.
Oh. My voice just went so high. I like that. That was a good one too. You will have tattoos.
I have that on here.
Listen. Oh my gosh.
Yep.
Oh,
You are going to have a lot of tattoos and piercings. That's exactly what this
hell
is.
yeah. Okay. Uber.
Bro, I
When
love how
I-
you're just dropping one word things. Okay, well, you know what?
But
Wordle.
like it gives me a chance to just talk about why. So like when I
Ride
first
share.
heard about Uber,
Uh-huh.
which was what, 5 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
I could not believe that people would let strangers drive them around.
Bro, taxis. But because they're employed by a taxi company and they have the taxi name on them and an odometer, do you think that makes it
Right.
more safe? Do you think that
I think
would make
Uber
it seem
I think
safer?
Uber drivers are more safe.
Well,
But now that I know more about it, but when I
Right.
initially heard about it, I was like, but taxi. I keep hitting this microphone. I'm so sorry.
it's okay.
I was like, but taxis. I was like, for me, I like those are different because like it's an expected like service
Right.
where
because-
it's all owned by one person.
right, like the so like a subway station, public transport.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's not.
It's no right.
It's not owned by the city.
Right. And I think it was because it was people's personal cars.
Yeah.
You know, like I think that threw me off. I was like, that's weird.
Yeah.
But I think it's safer now because they have so many tracking devices and like
Everybody's cell phones.
yeah, no like
Yeah.
people like everybody's just a phone call away or just a click away,
Yeah.
you know, so it's to me I feel like it's safe
Yeah.
now. You will experience a pandemic.
Bro. I don't think my child self would have even been able to understand the concept of a pandemic. Like, even if you had told me as a kid, it just means everybody gets sick. I'd be like, okay,
Right.
well, doesn't that happen all the time? We experienced many little epidemics with like swine flu, bird flu, but it was never
Terrorism, which is not a pandemic, but I mean it's a national experience that was shared.
Yes.
That was
Yeah, but a pandemic is global.
Right. That's the difference. Yeah. Yep.
You eventually become a cat person.
Oh gosh.
Still a dog person, but love them cats.
Pussy.
The word shade doesn't mean the same. Doesn't necessarily mean space blocked from a light source anymore.
I like that one.
Love will come in all different forms, and unconditional love will look different as you get older.
Netflix. Having all of the movies you could ever want at your fingertips.
I don't know necessarily about all of the movies, but you are correct in the sense of like,
yeah, at your fingertips, like just picking.
Yes.
Yeah, it's nuts. I remember when Netflix was
DVD.
The DVD mail-ins.
Yes.
But there was no app, nothing.
No,
just
the website.
Blockbuster then died. It was awful. It was a horrible time.
Yep. And then Redbox came in and they pushed out Family Video.
Oh, well.
I know. But the Family Video, at least, I don't know if Family Video is like a franchise thing, but we had, it's got to be a franchise thing, but we had a franchisee here in Fort Wayne. So, like, I mean, you know, that does like help.
That sucks.
That does help our microeconomics.
Yeah.
Because it's somebody that lives here.
Yeah, true.
You are going to be engaged to a man.
Can you imagine being like talking to your younger self and just being like the person that you think you are? You are.
Oh,
imagine.
I know.
It would have saved a lot of like problems, a lot of struggling, a lot of suffering. But you know what? We have to go through that.
Well, I think
you gotta.
It was but what's my life gonna look like? Because again, so like, similar to the like, this is what addicts become. Like, gay people, like, you're gonna get AIDS and you're gonna die and you're gonna go to hell. Like, that was it.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. There was nothing else. Like, you don't get to have a happy life. You have to figure out what sex is on your own.
Yeah.
Because we're not going to teach you. I thought
if you go to a church, some pastor would have. Oh! Sorry.
I
just
feel
screamed in your freaking ears.
I feel like I thought gay sex was just two dudes' willies going back and forth. Oh, I don't have this on here, but the word doodle will still make me laugh at 31 years old. I was having dinner with the kids and someone said the word doodle and I giggled and Casey goes, and I said, you know about the word doodle, right? And she goes, oh, I know all about doodle. And I was like, okay. Hi, Casey. I love you. I love all my kids.
Miss them. Miss them.
I miss them too.
That kid Jaren from band will love you as a brother.
Mom and Dad don't ever give you a brother, so you go find one.
Shut the fuck up.
Tap
You're
my
kidding
toes.
me. You're kidding.
I'm dead ass.
No.
Lars.
Oh my gosh.
Stop.
That is insane. We're so connected. You don't even know.
Oh, we didn't tell the audience. We're neighbors.
We are. We're literally a block from each other.
Yeah. A block and a couple houses down.
Mm-hmm.
A 3-minute walk.
Yep.
A 3-minute gay walk. Probably a 5-minute Lars walk. When he leaves,
Right.
when he leaves my house on Sundays, and sometimes if I'm leaving at the same time that he is, because I'm either going to the gym or like this last Sunday I was going to a dinner, he doesn't get fast. He doesn't walk as fast as I do.
No, absolutely
You're
not.
not slow. That's not anything like that doesn't mean anything. It just means that Lars definitely is not a cis gay man. He doesn't walk like he's being hunted for sport.
Nope.
Nope, not
Nope.
at all.
Absolutely not. That
Oh
was
my
so
God.
sweet.
What an awesome first episode, Lars. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. I am so freaking excited.
Good. How would you like to end today's episode today, Lars?
I would just like to say thank you for giving me the chance to work with you and being your co-host.
Mm-hmm.
It's super exciting. And I hope that we can help all of our listeners and attract more people and
Ooh, the left side of my body is
Get-
vibrating. That's
yeah.
a good thing.
and just get, just be the helpers that we are.
Yeah.
Like, I hope that I know that we'll be successful. I'm
We
putting
will be
that out
successful.
there.
Yeah. So I know that this is going to be really great. So everybody, that is the first episode of Lars coming onto the show. So please do us a solid, hit that follow, like, subscribe. You guys know what to do. Just know that it means a lot more to us than Mr. Beast.
Make good decisions.
Make good decisions. Continue to get gay. This podcast is gay pussy just leveled up so much. And again, well, there are no notes for today's episode, so you can find all of our socials on the link tree. And we are going to be doing some rebranding and upgrading as we go down the road. So if you want to get to know Lars a little bit more, are you okay dropping in your
Yes.
your Instagram handle?
Yes. I will give all of my little social meds out, and then you'll see me posting on TikTok as well, and Instagram, and
He's going to be on there with me.
all those social meds. So you'll be able to find me there.
Thank you so much for listening to today's episode, you guys. We love you so very much. You will hear from us next week. And this is us signing out.
Ciao.
Ooh, ciao. Ciao, Bella. Ooh, where are my opera gloves?